What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Trading Crypto. Today we're going to go over Onyxcoin or XCN, which is up 6% today at 1.7 cents. We're above the $500 million market cap at 570 million. Circulating supply is 33 billion out of 48 billion. All-time high in this was 18 cents. I think we can easily overtake that. I've talked about that several times throughout my videos. All-time low was a year ago. So this coin is currently available on quite a few markets, guys. You have 3 different pages of exchanges. It's on Coinbase, it's on HTX, Gate.io, LBank, all these different ones. So if you want it, there's probably an exchange you can find it on. So with that, let's get into the price prediction and technical analysis on XCN. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we had drawn last time. I haven't touched anything since. We have it bouncing off the 618 and starting to take off. If we actually zoom in here, remove the takeoff point, the 618 is holding up very, very strongly as support. The 618 is currently at the price of 0.15. We don't want to break below 1.5 cents. We break below 1.5 cents. That's bad. That's bad news bears right there. We do not want that. One thing I want to point out here is the downtrend is still valid from the high of January 2025, but I think this steep uptrend is starting to be in play. Yeah, see the steep uptrend's starting to be in play as well. So you kind of have this heavy support at the 618. You have a kind of a safety net here at the uptrend support area. So there is that possibility of XCN consolidating inside this triangle till it gets close to the peak and then seeing an explosive movement. What you can kind of think of it kind of like a spring. When you squeeze the spring very, very tightly, you have all that pent up energy, and then when you let it go, it just bounces and goes high. Same thing here. It's getting squeezed between a heavy support area and a downtrend resistance. And then if we see that breakout to the upside, then to infinity and beyond. But the thing is, we don't have to wait all the way to the peak right here. We don't have to wait till June 6th. We can actually break out with this candle right here. But right now, that's something I would take into consideration is we are at that downtrend resistance area at about 1.8. Indicators right now, the MACD's bearish trying to work its way to the bullish side right here. You can see the blue starting to curl back up a little bit. We have the RSI, which is neutral. WTX, which is neutral. Then we have the stock RSI right here, which blue did just cross above orange, which is indicative of bullish movement. So that could be an early sign there that this could be the breakout candle that we're looking for, having that blue over the orange. I mean, every time we've had blue over orange, we've seen considerable movements to the upside, right? So I would not ignore that. There is that possibility that this is the candle that breaks us out of this downtrend right here. Now, if we draw the short-term fibs, give us a little bit more detail on kind of the short-term support and resistance areas. We do have to break above that 2 to 2.2 cents area to confirm that breakout. Now, yes, that would confirm the downtrend breakout, but I've been in this game for a long time, guys. And normally when you break out of a downtrend, you hit that resistance, you back test that downtrend, that prior resistance, and that's called a confirmation bounce, testing the prior resistance as support. And then you see the rally to the upside. So realistically, I do think if this is the breakout candle, that we could see that moving up to 2 to 2.2 cents, get rejected, come back down to test that prior resistance, and then the next wave to the upside will begin for XCN, which is going to send it way above its all-time high price. I've gone over this several times too, the giant cup and a handle pattern that's forming, and you can kind of see it forming perfectly now with the consolidation of this current pennant right here. So overall, XCN, in my personal opinion, is looking good. I'd be looking out to see if this is the breakout candle or not. If not, I have that prior uptrend drawn. If we look at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart for you swing traders are looking great, which is kind of giving me a little bit of hope that this is the breakout candle. The short term is looking actually fantastic. You got that buy signal that flashed here on the WTX. Last time we got a buy signal on the WTX was back here, and you can see we actually rallied a lot harder than what we currently are. We did cross over bullish right here after bottoming out on the WTX with a lot of room to run the upside. The only thing I want to keep a close eye on here is we put in a high here, a lower high. I just don't want it to top out right here and put in a lower high and then come back down. So that's something to be keeping an eye on. We want to break above that 73 on the stock in order to continue. But overall, indicators are looking solid in the short term, which is kind of confirming that long-term continuation of the possible breakout candle that we talked about. And we actually just crossed over bullish on the MACD too. Wow, I might actually just put a long in on this and see what happens. Yeah, since May 10th, we actually just crossed bullish. Yeah, if this is the breakout candle, guys, get ready to rock and roll, because it's going to do something like this, and then that next move, people are like, this, it's a breakout, oh no, it's coming back down, and they'll sell their bags, and then it's going to just absolutely rip ass to the upside. So be very, very careful if you're a jeter, because you know paper hands get wrecked for real. But short term's looking good, day chart's looking pretty good, and like we've talked about before, the week chart's looking fantastic. The week chart, we actually bottomed out on the stock RSI, still continuing upwards. We haven't even crossed over bullish here on the MACD, working our way to it. You can see since that we bottomed out here on March, what is this? March 31st, we have been being more and more bullish by having lighter red candles. So the overall momentum is shifting to the bullish side. The cup and handle pattern, I believe, is breaking out, and I do think the possibility of this coin hitting 50 cents is a valid price range. So guys, just be patient. Just be patient. I actually might put a long on this because the short-term time frame looks good. And the day chart's looking so. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Actually, I don't know if you saw that or not. Maybe I'll have to rewind it, but this actually just flipped green and then went back to here. If you want to just rewind the video a bit, you'll be able to see it down here. So guys, just be patient with that. None of this is financial advice. And if there's any coins you'd like me to chart, you can just send me a super chat in the comments and I'll get to your coin as soon as possible. Thank you.